and set an intention to dedicate the next 60 minutes of our practice to working with the breath, to building awareness of the body, to move the body with breath, and to stay focused on our practice. I'm first observing the breath, observing how the body is moving with the breath. And perhaps observing the body making some very subtle adjustments as we come into our practice. Of the body finding alignment on its own. On the body allowing ease to come to areas where there may be tension. And the body finding the right amount of effort to hold itself in alignment. Now begin to deepen the breath. Noticing the lower reaches of the lungs moving a bit more actively, the ribs expanding, the belly moving in and out. As we take the breath more deeply into the lungs, to use the area of greatest capacity in the lungs, those lower reaches of the lungs. The area where the majority of the sacs that allow for the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide reside. As we deepen the breath, notice the increased supply of oxygen to each and every cell of the body. And as we exhale, carrying away the carbon dioxide that our metabolism generates. For those of you that practice Ujjayi breath, that breath where we gently constrict the back of the throat to make a soft whispering sound with each inhale and each exhale, you might want to initiate that practice now. And now, having established our breath pattern, let's take 5 complete rounds of the breath at our own time and place, our pace, at our own time and pace, to ready ourselves for our practice today. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's take the arms down towards the side. Just wiggle the fingers a bit to encourage the flow of blood out to the fingers. Lift the hands overhead with the next inhale breath. And exhale, draw the hands down to heart center. Inhaling up. Exhale through heart center. And final time, inhale up. And this time, as we exhale, take the left hand to the outside of the right thigh and twist towards our right side. Bringing the right hand in towards the base of the spine and twisting around the spine, looking towards our right side. Take one more inhale. And as we exhale, come through center, take the right hand to the outside of the left thigh and twist towards our left side. Inhale, come back through center. Take the arms back to the side. Inhale the hands overhead. Interlace the fingers, release the index fingers, hug the biceps in towards the ears, lift the upper body out of the pelvis, and exhale towards your right side. Lifting out, anchoring the left sit bone, and feeling a stretch all the way down the left side of the body, particularly noting the stretch in those intercostal muscles, those muscles that go between each and every one of the ribs. Inhale back through center and exhale towards the left side. Now feeling that stretch all the way down the right side of the body. Anchoring the right sit bone, feeling the stretch from the top of the pelvis through to the armpit, but keeping the shoulder blades anchored on the back. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let the arms come wide, fold over the legs, and either bring the hands onto the blocks or the floor. Letting the ribs rest on the thighs. Expand the ribs into the resistance of the thighs and feel the breath moving 360 degrees around the lowest ribs. Let's inhale, rise all the way up, and exhale the hands back to heart center. Bring the hands onto the thighs just above the knees, and we'll do some cat-cow breaths to continue to warm up the spine. Inhaling, lifting the sternum, deepening that arch forward, and then exhale, rolling the pelvis back and arcing the back towards the back of the chair. Inhaling, coming forward. Exhale. For 3, 4, and 5. Come back to center. And let's take one full round of the breath in our seated mountain pose. Just again, checking in with the connection of the feet to the floor and the sit bones to the edge of the chair. Interlace the fingers. Let's take the fingers around the right shin, draw the right shin in towards the body, flex and point the toes on the right foot, circle the foot in one direction, and circle the foot in the opposite direction. Release the ankle onto the opposite knee, flex the toes in towards the shin, press the mound of the big toe out as you draw the little toe side back towards the body. Inhale here. Now bring the attention to the right hip and see if you can release and relax that right hip. Breathe here. And notice if you're rolling the weight onto the back of the sit bones. Try and bring the weight back towards the center of the sit bones. Bring that integrity to all those muscles along the front of the body, along the floor, and use those to support the spine, to bring the spine into alignment and to allow the spine to do its job of carrying the weight of the upper body through to the lower body. Let's release that right foot onto the floor. Just bring it back. Bring both feet even on the floor. Look down at the feet. See if that line from the base of the second toe through to the center of the ankle is parallel. Now interlace the fingers, reverse the interlace, and let's draw the left knee in towards the body. Again, interlacing the fingers or using your belt around the around the shin. Flex and point the toes. Circle in one direction. Circle in the opposite direction. And release. Take the ankle onto the opposite thigh. Curl the toes in. Press them up. Out. Let the knee relax. Let the muscles around the hip relax. Again, bring the weight back to the center of the sit bone. The head ceiling with each inhale breath. Release that foot onto the floor. Walk the feet slightly wider than hip distance. Let the knees sway in on each other in a windshield wiper action. Walk the feet back to center. Center the sit bones. Stretch the top of the head towards the ceiling. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale. Tilt the pelvis forward, fold the upper body over the lower body, and bring the ribs onto the thighs. Fill the lungs with breath. Feel the pressure of the thighs into the lower ribs. And then let the next inhale carry you all the way up. Interlace the fingers overhead and turn the palms towards the ceiling. Draw the shoulder blades down the back while stretching the side body up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring the hands in front of you. Palms are facing out. And let's release and find your strap. Finding your strap, belt, flexi band, whatever you like to use. Let's take the strap, just find a comfortable distance. If you're using, I notice there's a number of you using a flexi band. So the flexi band is going to allow you to sort of expand out as you go up if you need some more space. So let's bring the strap up overhead. Breathe here. And exhale, release down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 3. 3. Now, just look at the alignment of that center knuckle with the bones of the lower arm and see if the hands are turning in. Try and bring a line from the lower arm to the center middle finger knuckle in line and keep that stretched out. 4, 5, keep the integrity of the core as we continue in this exercise. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we're going to hold on 12 and draw. Now pull on the right hand to take the body over towards the right side. Now pull on the left hand to bring the body back up through center and go in the opposite direction. Pull it back to center. Let's release down and take the belt over the right shoulder. Sitting upright, just checking in briefly with our seated mountain pose. And let's draw that left hand or left elbow up beside the side of the head. Reach the right left hand down the back, maybe grasp the belt. Stretch the right hand out towards the side, turn the palm back, reach around and snuggle that hand up between the shoulder blades. For some of you, the fingertips might join. You might just come onto the belt and use the strength of the arms to pull the belt, trying to break the belt, perhaps inching the fingers slightly closer together on the belt. And let's release and unwind and take the belt onto the opposite shoulder. Just roll the shoulders slightly here. Now take the right elbow above, draw it in beside. And remember, if this causes any sharp pain, back off and try and modify the exercise to just change it a bit. Take the hand out, let the palm face the wall behind you, reach the palm around, First, take the palm across the back, inch it up towards the space between the shoulder blades, and pull it apart. Take one more full breath here. And let's release the strap, set it aside just for the moment. Keep it close at hand. And now interlace the fingers behind the back. So we're interlacing the fingers behind the back. We're still sitting towards the front edge of our chair, and press the knuckles into the seat of the chair. Draw the shoulder blades back, lift the sternum. Continue to hug that imaginary grapefruit between the chin and the notch of the collarbones, and open the front body. Let's take one more breath here. And now release. Give the shoulders a nice roll. Let go of any tension that may have built up during that action. Now let's stretch the fingertips out towards the edge of the room. Reaching out, and first we'll take the left arm over the right, walk the fingertips onto the shoulder blades. Hug yourself, give yourself a nice hug. Reach the fingertips onto the shoulder blades. And now perhaps bring the fingertips to the opposite palm, interlacing the arms or not. And try and direct the breath into that space in the upper back between the shoulder blades. Hopefully feeling the shoulder blades move off the shoulders just a little bit with your inhale, and then come back together with your exhale. And continuing to hold the hands together, inhale and fold the upper body slightly forward over the bent legs. Inhale, come back to center, unwind everything, roll the shoulders, stretch those arms out towards the side once again. So we have left over right now, right over left. Walk the fingertips onto the shoulder blades. See if they might go a little farther than they maybe have in past weeks or not. Moving to the point where it's a challenge but not a pain. Perhaps bringing the hands together. Breathing here. Remembering to maintain that core strength. And now, draw the sit bones back, tilt the pelvis forward, fold the upper body over the lower legs, over the legs. Inhale, come back up, and let's unwind everything. Roll the shoulders. Bring the hands to cactus position. Palms are facing forward, and bring the arms into center and open them out to the side. For 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, and 12, and release down. Roll the shoulders. But I'm not seeing many smiles right now. I see a lot of concentration, but not many smiles. But that was, I admit that that was a bit challenging, but let's find our weights. So we worked on opening up the shoulders, working on the range of motion. Let's build some strength now in some of those muscles of the shoulders. So coming and sitting, our seated mountain pose, finding the foundation in the feet, finding the foundation in the seat. Inhale and exhale, drop the right weight towards the floor, and maybe draw the left weight up towards the armpit. Slide that left weight down towards the floor and draw it up on the opposite side for 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, and 12. Come back up to center. Bring the weights in front of you, elbows at a right angle, and gluing the elbows to the lowest ribs. Curl the wrists in towards the body, so the lower arms are staying stationary. We're just curling the wrists and opening the wrists. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11. So this is just the wrists moving, 12 and 12. And now we'll move the arms and bring the biceps and triceps into play. Extend towards the floor. Come up to the shoulders for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let's take either 0, 1, or both weights in one hand. We're going to come up and stand beside our chair. Support yourself by placing one hand on the chair. Take the both weights into one hand, extend them towards the floor, and inhale up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Switch hands, bring the opposite hand onto the chair. And let's go. Again, just remember to take some time to establish the foundation in the feet and the foundation of the hand on the chair for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Set your weights aside. And let's turn our chair to face the seat of the chair. And just stand behind the chair. You can either place the hands flat on the chair, if you've got a wide enough seat, or grasp the edges of the chair. Firm up the legs, build the foundation all the way up the legs. Draw the inner legs up towards the waist, bend the knees any amount, firm the belly, and now we're going to let the shoulder blades slide together as we take the upper body as a unit towards the chair. And then lift the whole spine away and feel the shoulder blades slide off the back. Feel them come together. Slide off for 2. Together. Off for 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And 12. And now just come back to a neutral position. So those the shoulder blades that were sliding on and off towards the spine and away from the spine come to sort of a neutral position in the center of that range of motion. Let's build the foundation and transfer the weight to the right foot and stretch the left foot out behind. Come onto the toes. Just rest the toes of that left foot out behind you. And now maybe bring that left foot up towards parallel with the floor. Draw the left knee in towards the body and then extend out behind for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Extending the leg out, maybe bring the hand onto the back of the chair and maybe extend the chair hand out as well. And now bring the hand back to the chair, bring the foot back to the floor, and just rock the hips out by bending one knee, then the other knee. Place both hands on the chair. And now let's do the repeat on the opposite side. Extend the toes back, lift the leg up, try and bring that leg parallel to the floor. Keep the integrity of the core muscles and draw the leg in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And bring that foot back to the floor. Rock release the hips by going side to side. And let's step the feet out fairly wide. The feet are parallel, and bring the elbows down onto the seat of the chair or the hands. And just relax the forehead towards the seat of the chair. You might bring one of your blocks onto the seat to support the forehead. and turn inward. And let the body relax a little bit. Let's take 3 more full breaths here. Now set the block aside. If you can, leave the elbows on the seat of the chair. Walk the feet back by heel toeing the feet into center, and then back the feet away and come into a downward dog with the elbows or the hands on the chair. Inhale forward to a plank pose. And pull back to down dog. Let's bring the hands now up onto the chair and come into down dog with the hands on the chair. Stretch out here, bend the knees, lengthen the body. And let's walk the feet in towards the chair. Inhale, come all the way up. Let the hands meet overhead, and exhale the hands back to heart center. So let's come to stand beside our chair now. We'll finish our standing work. I'm sorry too, I think my microphone may have gotten a bit out of position. Was it hard to hear me when we were in that? Oh, okay, sorry, the microphone got a little out of position. A little hard to adjust it when you're on both elbows. So let's bring the foot to the ankle, up onto the calf, or up onto the inner thigh. Press the supporting leg firmly into the mat or the floor and open the hands up overhead. Draw the hands back to heart center. Release the leg and let that leg swing from side to side or front to back. And then we've just swung the back legs straight forward and back. Also try just bringing it in sort of in front and behind. And once more front and once more back. And just shake things out and let's come over to the other side. Pressing the chair side foot into the mat. Just find that right comfortable distance. Lift the heel, bring the leg into the ankle, onto the calf, or up onto the thigh. Just not on the outside of the ankle. Find your steadiness. Don't look at me. Well, open or not, the arms up. Draw the hands back together. Release that leg out. Let the leg swing forward and back. And come in. And once more in front, once more behind. And let's come back to seated. Come to seated mountain towards the front of our chairs. Let's take 3 full rounds of the breath here and just allow the body to absorb the effect of our standing work. Let's walk the feet out into a V, bring our blocks into the center of the V. Inhale the arms overhead, tilt the pelvis, exhale forward into the center of that V, and find the breath here. Let's walk the body up. Take the arms up to cactus pose. Take the left elbow to the left knee and twist in towards our right side, extending the right arm towards the ceiling, lengthening the spine, and twisting gently towards our right side. Inhale, come back up to cactus. Take the left elbow or right elbow onto the right thigh and stretch and twist in the opposite direction. Inhale, come back up to center. Let's release the legs. Walk the feet back into center. Find your strap. You might have the blocks sort of handy beside your calf. Stretch the feet out in front of you. Bring the belt around the feet. Loop the strap around both hands. Let's inhale here. So extend the spine. Draw those shoulder blades. Remember all that work we've done to draw the shoulder blades back. Open the upper chest and exhale. Fold over the legs and perhaps bring the hands onto the blocks. Keep the spine nice and long, the head in line with the spine. Draw the belly back towards the spine and lift it up towards the lower ribs and fold forward. Release the strap. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale the hands back to heart center. Draw the feet in. And now let's prepare ourselves for final relaxation. Grab any extra clothing that you're going to need to stay warm. Have a drink. Take a few moments just to get yourself ready to relax. You can allow your body to shift back in the chair towards the back. And begin in our seated mountain pose, but this time allowing the back of the chair to subtly support the back body. Breathe in here. And allow the breath to ease. Let go of the control of the breath. Let go of the work you've been doing to shape the body with the muscles. Let the breath become very slow, very even, very easy. Let each breath relax the body. Bring your attention to the feet. Allow the feet to completely relax. Breathe. The feet are completely relaxed. Now bring the attention to the legs. Allow the legs to completely relax. Breathe. The legs are completely relaxed. Coming now to the hips and the pelvis. Allow the hips and the pelvic region to completely relax. Breathe. The hips and the pelvic region are completely relaxed. Coming now to the trunk, the spine, the ribs, the heart, and the internal organs. Allow the trunk, the spine, the ribs, the heart, and the internal organs to completely relax. Breathe. The spine, the ribs, the heart, and the internal organs are completely relaxed. Coming now to the shoulders, to the shoulder blades, to the shoulder joint, to the collarbones, to all the tiny muscles that make up the shoulder. Allow the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the collarbones, the muscles that make up the shoulder and the upper arm to completely relax. Breathe. The shoulders, the shoulder blades, the shoulder joint, the muscles supporting the shoulder joint, and the upper arm is completely relaxed. Allow the arms and hands to completely relax. Breathe. The arms and the hands are completely relaxed. Coming to the head, allow the head and the face, the jaw, and the mouth to completely relax. Breathe. The head, the face, the jaw, the mouth are completely relaxed.